How's it going? This is Deonte Burden. We're at Changing Lives. We're at our final show for 2018. It's been a fantastic year. We got a great show planned ahead for you guys. But before we start, I do want to thank everyone for all the support that I got so far this year. It's been a great year. Super excited about the show. We're doing it. So ready to knock the doors open, get 2019 started. Before we start the show, I want to send my condolences off to one of my best friends, Khalid Abdul. His father, Babatunde Abdul, he passed recently, and the funeral is going to be on Saturday. So wish my deepest condolences out to Khalid, sisters Akia and Abina, and they have 6 more siblings, and I want to extend my deepest condolences out to them. Kind of start with our intro, do a recollection of this past week. We just had Christmas. I hope everybody had a very, very Merry Christmas. We had a good time, had family and friends at my house and stuff. We had a real good time just to enjoy everybody around and stuff, in regards to business wise, we're getting ready for tax season. I have the link below, to set an appointment with D. Burden Consulting. But my company, Majestic Business Services, we start tax season. It officially starts January 2nd as far as being able to do appointments. But the transmission for everybody is going to be, I think, the 27th of January. But January 2nd, we're taking appointments as of January 2nd. So feel free to go and book your appointment. Give us a call. We're taking them right now. I don't think I need to get started. I don't think what we're doing right now is taking those fast cash loans. You can get up to, I think it's $3,000 cash right now. We still need your W-2s and ID and a copy of Social Security cards for all parties involved to get that started. But we are taking appointments now, so super excited about that. I know on the previous show, and also, number one, also before we get started, if you are following us live, we're going live off YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, iHeart, and Live 365. But go to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives. You may have to pull it up by my name, Deonte Burden, but like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out a short little snippet video, at least one each week. So you'll feel free. This is our 5th episode, so you'll be able to see all previous 4 episodes and get to see just see me doing what I love to do, run my mouth and everything. So I think you'll enjoy that. But yeah, feel free to make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Want to talk about something else I did this past week. Organization I'm with, Black Men United. We went to a couple schools and we did the Real Men Read, and also been doing this past month. I'm a member of 100 Black Men South Metro chapter. Been doing a lot of mentoring and going to the schools, reading to the kids and speaking with them and everything. And I've had a blast doing that. But you know what? Something that had me just thinking. I'm just sitting there with the young men in the class in a couple of schools, and what had me thinking, they roll out some statistics, before you get started in regards to some of the kids and some of their test scores as far as reading and math and everything like that. And I'm looking around. We had the kids and the young men in the room, and I'm sitting there talking to them. And the teachers walked out. I'm like, look, I know they saying y'all got issues reading and stuff, but I know damn well y'all can see, because hell, shit, they didn't have no teachers like that at Grove Park. I mean, walking around, them blue jeans, them tattoos. Shit, hell, I don't see how they, hell. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, damn, y'all can see what's going on. You can at least, if you don't want to pay attention to the read assignment, at least pay attention to your teacher. Come on now. They sitting there like, hell, y'all know y'all can damn see. And so, with that said, I know in 5th or 6th grade, they had my full undivided attention. They had me just like that, just going there visiting. So, shout out to all the school teachers out there. They really changed. Like I said, I ain't had nothing like that at Grove Park. Shit, I don't seen the past month and a half, So that was that was real cool. That was real cool to see that. Another thing I want to chime in on. Recently you seen a lot of stuff in what was the kid Jacquees. He put the thing out, said he's the king of R&B,
Right, right.
and I wasn't really tripping on the kids say that he young boy, and I'm just like, okay, cool, he got some swag and stuff. What blew my damn mind was all these damn folks and their reaction, not necessarily these men,
Right.
Former well, not former singers, older singers and stuff
Right,
chiming
right.
in. Where in the hell you ain't sold this, you ain't did this, you ain't did that, and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, at the end of the day, you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a young, confident kid, and I guess I have a different perspective on it because I'm real funny about, especially young black men being confident and doing things that being feeling good about themselves and everything like that. And we have a young man that does that. And I'm gonna chime in on something that he did that I didn't like, but I do feel like when you have a young man that is confident and feels the way about that, let that be.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's an issue you have with it, hey, young blood, let me talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
But to see all these men, I see Tyrese, a lot of Tank, a lot of the older guys, you did it, you ain't did it. Man, what the hell? That kind of pushed me over the edge because I'm just sitting here like, why would you respond to him like that? Because at the end of the day, the thing was going on is because I looked at the Winterfest.
Mm-hmm.
I think TMZ is somebody interviewing Keith Sweat. This probably goes back to the problem that bothered me. They were interviewing Keith Sweat, and Jacquees just ran over there. Now I'm the king of R&B. He was the king in the 80s. I'm the king now, whatever. That's the kind of little feminine stuff where I would have a problem with the young men.
Right.
With just, look, that's a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
He talking, and let him be. But this goes back to the problem what we have with that. We spend too much time criticizing our youth instead of trying to school them and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, that's perfect opportunity when they make these videos. You can give somebody a call, reach out, and say, hey, young blood, maybe you want to do it this way, or hey, you may want to do it that way. On that same note, there was a thing with the Migos and Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I was sitting here like, the guys from Bone were like, man, these guys got to pay us homage, and these young boys this, that, and that. And the brain pattern of somebody that's 19, 21, 22, 23, they young. And most of their decisions are going to be based out of immaturity.
Right.
And when I seen the guys from Bone, y'all need to pay homage, and y'all don't know shit and all this, that kind of stuff. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what kind of homage you want?
Yeah.
What do you want them to do? You want them to give you a shout out every time they make something and forget? I mean, they kids.
But what is he paying? Well, I mean, I get it, I understand, but what exactly are they gonna pay homage to? Because it's not like they said I don't. Sometimes these older rappers need to just let it go. You had your time. Now it's their time. Eventually, it's gonna be somebody else's time.
Exactly.
I don't think that they copy their style. I don't think so. I mean, maybe that's what they saying, that they copy their style. Bone Thugs used to do the kind of harmony type rap like Migos do a little bit, but I don't think it's exactly the same.
Well, that's another show I got, but
Yeah.
330 million people in the United States of America. I tell folks all the time, your idea is not as unique as you think it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's not original.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else saying my idea. They just came to market with it quicker,
Yeah.
But again, when you see those guys with doing that and they making these videos, I'm just this is Poochie speaking. Where the hell are you at 40-some years old to respond to somebody 20-year-old just putting a video? Where are you at in your life to even that even be a factor?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You should be too involved in what you got going on or what you're trying to make happen to even worry about that.
Exactly, and that shows they don't. Because there's no way in the hell that somebody can say something like that. Somebody can say I'm the best tape preparer, or somebody can say I'm this and I'm that. I can't say that don't bother me, and everything. But again, if somebody says something that they really off base or they going off code, I think you reach out, hey, young blood, let me talk to you about this, and that's probably something that bothered me a lot because I just seen that many older black men, especially in the entertainment industry, and I seen a lot, even have something even in personal life, a lot of older people reach out when they talk to younger folks with respect your elders and you need to listen this, that, and that. And here's the deal. I do think. Well, I know genuinely. There is no excuse for disrespecting people that are older than you. But here's the deal. There is a difference between an elder and an older. An elder is somebody that's going to give you some game skill. You know they care about you genuinely. They're going to give you some advice and talk to you about what's going on in life. And the older, just somebody just older. They just run their damn mouth. They talking to you instead of talking with you and expect you to just shut the hell up while they talking. It's like talking at you. And here's the deal, man. You're going to have a tough damn time because those kids, it's totally different if you're talking to somebody, they're in a situation where they have to listen to you. You're talking to people that got young boys today. I mean, they got more damn money than you ever be done made over the span of your career.
Yeah.
And they making that in a month or a year. And unfortunately, and that's the youthful ignorance, they just think that I got this money, I ain't got to listen to shit you say.
Exactly.
The issue come up with that said, your delivery is everything. And I think that's probably helped me over the years. Probably being a coach where I've learned how to talk to everybody with the same message. I can, get the same message to kids, parents, business executives, customers, clients. Have that same message. You have to know how to adjust the delivery of it to make sure it gets received well. And a lot of times people, they feel that folks should just, because I said so and I've been doing this, you should be damn listening to me. And unfortunately, that's happening a little too much.
Adjust the mic before you can feel comfortable. Go ahead and just lower it down a little bit. Whatever you need. You want me to come help you out?
It's good what it was. I want to make sure that I wasn't coming off the screen on the Instagram and everything.
Move that over this way a little bit.
I got
it. Turn
I got this big medulla oblongata, and I just want to make sure it's staying on the screen and everything.
I want you to feel kind of look stiff.
Yeah, I got you. I appreciate it. Again, this is Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I probably got about 20 videos, snippets loaded right now. So again, I'm talking about all kind of stuff that can help you in life. So please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, family, co-workers, everybody about the show. Been working real hard on it. And now we're finna go into our topic for today. And the question I want to ask everyone is, are you happy where you are right now in life? We're near the end of the year, and I know I put the video out about self-reflection about a week ago. Excuse me, where I wanted everyone to kind of, kind of do like an assessment, personal assessment of where they at in life, and and where they want to be, and be honest with yourself about certain things, about where you think some pitfalls may have been, or some things that you did right, feel bad about them, the things you did wrong, just a good self-reflection to look back on, to be honest with yourself, so you can do some corrective measures going forward, especially with us being at the end of the year. When you think about, sometimes you have a family gathering, say Christmas, one of them holidays in the summertime, everybody sitting around, all the folks getting together. And it's supposed to be like a joyous time, but sometimes the shit turns to like a competition. Okay. You got this person say, yeah man, I just got promoted, and and everything, and then you got your other cousin, he gonna open his damn mouth, well, yeah man, we just got the house, and this, that, and that. And next one, yeah man, I just bought that car, man, that car no killing me, I paid $900 for that car, man, shoot man, I just I gotta do this. And everybody chiming in about what they're doing and stuff like that. And then you might be sitting in the corner, you can't think of it. You done had enough bullshit them shot out there. Yeah, damn, they took my idea. Damn, they took my lie. They took my, and you sitting over there, you can't even figure out what the damn make up. And just to be part of the conversation. And unfortunately, we all sometimes, some shape, form, and fashion, in our lives, we might be in them points where we're like, damn man, he doing this, he doing that, and man, what I ain't did or what I ain't got and everything. And you just wondering, what are you doing wrong? And sometimes we get in those little funks in life where we kind of look at other people and say, okay, well, man, we from similar spots, this, that, and he doing that. And you ain't necessarily envious. You ain't necessarily jealous. You know what I mean? But you just kind of like, damn, what I ain't doing,
Right.
and what I ain't doing.
You're working just as hard.
Yeah, or harder.
Or harder, and you still haven't accomplished just as much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I suffer from that a lot sometimes. I sit back and think about that a lot. That's a good topic.
Yeah, and when we do that, we're sitting there just, asking ourselves a lot, and we waste, we won't say waste, you spend a lot of energy trying to, or creating all these questions in your head about why not, or how, or when these certain things in your life are ever going to get started, because we want to be as positive as possible in regards to where we want to be in life, but we just kind of find ourselves hitting the walls, and everything. And you want to be happy for your friends with their successes and stuff like that and everything and stuff like that, but you just still wondering, shit, when am I gonna have my damn turn?
Yeah.
When am I gonna have my turn?
Yeah.
And then and depending on how things going for you, your family might be kind of, dang, daddy, you ain't got that. You ain't, did you get that raise? You talking about a month ago?
Or how about this one?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna throw this in there, monkey wrench in your program.
Uh-huh.
You do that, but you also see people who's not necessarily doing the right things, making the ends meet, and here you are doing not necessarily doing the right, doing the wrong things and making them ends meet, while you doing the right things and the ends just keep missing each other. You get what I'm saying? That's one of those things you sit back and think about as well.
Well, that's probably one of the things my granddaddy used to always tell me, fast money ain't always good money.
Yeah, exactly.
And everything. And that was one of the things I would say that's more prevalent when you're younger, because maturity kind of shows you, and living long enough shows you, what's the residual of forcing things in life and trying to make things happen. And as you get older, you see certain things, you learn from your mistakes of forcing things to happen. When you don't, somebody tell you when you're younger, hey man, if you do this, and just like you go to college, man, I'm gonna sit there no 4 damn years or 5 years, get all that student loan debt. But understanding that once you get your degree or get your certification or get those certain credentials, it puts you in a different mode to be able to assess high wages or get other doors open for you with doing that and everything. And you just have to kind of just be patient while those things happen. And those one of the things is hard for a lot of people. And like I said, I think usually as you mature in life, hopefully you learn that those things, when you force them and stuff, that doesn't you don't necessarily get locked in into anything bad. 'Cause that's one thing you always say, if you can get through your 20s without doing something monstrous to yourself, and you just kind of might have made a bad move financially here and there, kind of made some, ran up some cars, got some bad credit, you can spend your 30s fixing shit, and your 40s kind of like, okay, cool, we all right getting everything, you're living good and everything. But if you done did some monstrous shit in your damn 20s, good Lord have mercy. You still, shit, you might be in your 50s still trying down, ooh, and everything. And that's typically how I go. Usually when we had those little rough moments, like usually as a result of stuff that we've forced to happen. What I think most people need to focus on is, what are your measures of success? What are your measures of happiness? And that's going to vary from person to person. And when you do those kind of things, you have to sit down and just stop. And I got to be honest with myself and say, what I want and what Lab want, two whole different things.
Exactly.
And because if I sit there and look at what you have, that might be cool. You might be, I'm good. And you might just be, I like, Lab got, he got this, man, he got this gorgeous house. He got this boat and everything. But Lab's so damn driven, that ain't shit to him. Lab want a yacht.
Yeah.
Lab want a mansion.
Yeah.
And in essence, on the flip side, you have some people, man, I know like my grandfather, man, he was cool. Go to work, get his check. As long as he had a dinner every night and he had his bill, he was cool.
He was happy.
I mean, didn't have a care in the world. And I think that's what people have to sit here and look at. What's their measure of success? Is it things that you're doing, things you're accomplishing, recognition? Is it financial? Whatever. And it's not a wrong thing. It's not a wrong thing. And I don't think it's right for people to tell others what they need to be chasing. I think it's more important for you to find out what makes you happy. You know, because if you like making money, shit gonna make money.
That's
People
it.
can tell you, well, this that ain't free. Yeah, that's true. But shit, you know, if you like making money, go do what make you happy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
if you like working like hell and doing this, that, and that, go do it. Go do it, because that's when you like doing that. It's not necessarily a person that works like hell that loves doing it. They're not working.
Right.
They just staying damn busy.
They just doing
Yeah, unintentionally. They just moving.
Yeah.
You know, and a person that's don't like working like that, man, he work like a dang dog. They got him doing this. He always doing this. He always doing that. But he cool. And that's why I say it's so important that you be able to assess that, to know what makes you happy. What's your measure of success? You know, not looking at what another person has, because you never know what goes between another person's ears in terms of what they're trying to do in life. Because like I said again, you can be sitting there just wowing at what they're doing, and they haven't even scratched the surface of what they're trying to do.
What they want to be doing.
Exactly. Or they might not necessarily be interested in all and even what they're doing. They may be miserable, but you looking at the aesthetics of, hey, they got this, that, and that, and everything. And I think that's something very important for people to really be realistic about what they want in life.
Does that go back, like, I think it was a couple of shows ago when you talked about actually them actually sitting down and assessing what it is that they like and what they want to do. You know, when you got to sit back and say to yourself, what is it that I want to do? What is it that will make me happy? Because remember, we talked about that, and we were saying people just do stuff and just do it, and it's not necessarily what makes them happy because they haven't sat back and assessed it.
Yeah.
Take time out to think about it.
Yeah, and when you start doing assessments, and this is probably the hardest thing with people to do assessments, you gotta be prepared. And I think I brought that up in that show.
Yeah,
be mentally
like
prepared.
2 shows ago.
Yeah. Be mentally prepared for that, because again, you're finna also encounter some painful moments. Because we always like to dwell on positive stuff, but we don't want to sit back and look at the mistakes. And we start looking back at some of the mistakes, they painful. And when you have to do that kind of stuff, that it takes a lot, and it takes an adult to do that. And you know, I really made that mistake, not to sit here and beat yourself down, but to make sure you don't make them same mistakes. If you just try to erase it out my head, you subject to make that same dang mistake again, you know. So we want to make sure that we go through all the stuff, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and everything, and then from that point we can sit here and write down those things that we did right, things we did wrong, what we want to do, and we can make all kind of ideas about going forward. 2019 will be just as easy. It will be as easy and as hard as you make it, and it's that simple. Same thing with 2019. It's gonna be just as easy as hard as you make it. You know. So if you sit there and you know you made some rush decisions, and you sit here right now like, dang man, I effed this up, I effed that up, and I could have did this, I could have did that. If you had the same mentality, you don't really focus on the measure. And that's one thing. I get off subject. What I learned in grad school, one of my professors, he stuck in my head was, too many times people want to work on a solution and they don't want to focus on what caused the problem. And he said that's what one thing he always chimed in my head. When you have the solution to fix it, you can fix it. But if you don't sit there and look at what caused the problem, it can occur again.
I got you.
And that always stuck in my head. Always stuck in my head when he said that. And I forgot that professor name, but that always, you know, just in terms of, you know, business processes and everything. And I thought that was just a good life lesson too. We need to really make sure we assess those actual setbacks and what caused those, so we don't encounter them again and everything. So,
do you think people have the waywardness or to assess the problem, to think about what happened? Because we're always, like you said, we're always rushing to the end to get to the solution. We may have not even glanced over the problem. We may not even realize what the problem is. What the problem, what caused the problem. You get what I'm saying? We're so rushed to solve it that we don't know what it is that caused it. So we may sit back and think about it, but at the same time we're saying to ourselves, man, I don't even know what happened. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what happened, because we're rushing to the end. We're rushing to the finish instead of assessing the middle and the beginning. We're trying to get to the end.
That's a good question. My personal opinion, yeah, I think they had a wherewithal. I think that people don't want to be accountable.
Okay.
That's what it is. I think people know, you know, you can't control your boss coming in there and saying, hey, we're finna restructure.
Right.
You can't control them saying, hey, the plant finna move. Mm-hmm. You can control if you came into work high. You can control you came into work drunk.
Right.
You can control if you came into work late. You know what I mean? And
they don't like me.
Yeah. Or you didn't feel like double checking and then something happened. You can control that.
Right.
And I think when you know it's something that you did, you know, and everything, yeah, I think people, you just don't go back. It's painful.
Right. Self-reflection.
Yeah, it's self-reflection. Accountability. And that's one of the biggest things is to the that's the result of an adult is just accountability. Mm-hmm. When they go a day, and he did it, and she said it, and not one damn time the whole time I can. And you go through this a lot with your children. Just she didn't do this, and teacher didn't do this, that, and that. Hey, listen, I listen to you the whole damn time. They ain't interrupt you at all. Not one damn time did I hear the word "I."
What you do?
Yeah, and that's very prevalent in a lot of adults to sit here and say that. And that's why a lot of times people have the same issues over and over and over again. You know, you got too many people out here that's, you know, doing okay, doing simple stuff because, you know, just they're accountable themselves. They not putting they future or whatever in other people's hands and everything, or making decisions. Well, somebody else got to make a decision for you. You know, young man sit there and tell me, you know, hey, I have an incident or something like that. I might you know, made a mistake on here at my job, or, you know, I might have failed a drug test, and I'm just hoping this day going well. You know, again, you know, ain't nobody no saint, but you putting your future in somebody else's hands, and I ain't never been damn comfortable with it.
Right.
I've never ever been comfortable with doing that. So, and that's why I say, as far as having the wherewithal to do that, I think most people have the wherewithal. I don't think necessarily enough people have their accountability in them to sit here and just be honest about, I made that mistake.
So what you're saying is most people know what they did.
Oh,
they just don't want to address it.
Exactly.
They don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and say, man, if I wouldn't have went to work high, I probably would still have that job.
Well, they know what they did and they know what they're doing.
Right. They know what
you know
they're
what I'm saying? We ain't even went past tense yet.
Okay.
You know, shit. You know, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes the damn fun, you just like, hey man, it's cool, man. Right. I gotta get drunk. I gotta go in there, and that the feeling of doing that kind of outweighs everything, the punishment that might come into it and stuff. Just I cross that bridge when I get there.
Right,
you know, right. They'll do that. Again, this is Deonte Burden, the show Changing Lives. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe to the channel. That's Changing Lives, hosted by me, Deonte Burden. Yeah, this is a touchy subject because, again, we're at that point of the year where, you know, even you sit down, going back when we first started talking about the holidays. You know, it's a joyous moment, and everybody's like, you know, cool, man, I'm going to see your family and stuff like that. But on the flip side of it is, it's a very challenging part of the year when we start talking about holidays, because you have a lot of people this time of year, especially the end of the year, they're in situations where, you know, they have become very down, very depressed about what we're talking about. They're not where they need to be. And when you know, personally, if you see in the family or friends is kind of going that way, focus more on helping them get out that funk instead of critiquing them about what they're not doing and stuff like that. Because I'm a firm believer, when you do mess up in life, you know your ass messed up. And last damn thing, you're fine with somebody saying something to you, but you don't need a whole lot of damn reminders, you know, because, you know, when you drowning, when that ship starts sinking, you drown in the middle of the ocean, you don't need nobody to tell you damn drowning. Shit, you need somebody to throw you a damn rope. And so that's what you need. You need somebody to throw you a rope and help you get out the situation we're in right now. So, you know, just some advice. You do see anybody doing that, make sure that you try to extend that arm to help them. I have three things that I want to kind of give out to everybody in terms of kind of helping you get yourself out of those funks and make sure you get into a point where you probably can get the way you want to be, or moving forward. And the first thing I want to say is you need to know, number one, who you are. Know who you are. Know if you're a go-getter. Know if you're lazy. Know if you just uninterested with certain things. Know if you're an arguing person. Know if you're difficult. Know if you're a person that's so nice everybody get over on it. You got to be honest with yourself and know, what type of individual you are and everything. And it's not to sit here and down yourself or beat yourself up about the individual that you are. Is more so to help you to get a starting point of where you at with everything. And I think that should be the first thing people should do, is just get do a little self-awareness and know, okay, what type of person that you are. After you've done that point and saying, okay, this is the type of person that I am, we'll go from there. Kind of start spending a little time. Number two, spend a little time going back and look at some of the things you've done in your past. The kind of you may have made bad mistakes or some missteps here and there. Also, some of the good stuff that you did. The kind of, you can sit here and chart out, okay, these are kind of missteps. I don't want to make those again, like we just spoke on. These are some of the good things I did, and I need to kind of just focus more on the things that I did good, or more so that I feel good about, to kind of give me a blueprint on moving forward. Okay. And then the third thing that you need to do is try to chart out or plan. Chart out and plan. Don't sit here and just talk out loud. Write it down. Write it down. What you want to do going forward. Because number one, we found out, we made that assessment and know, okay, what type of person we are. We know what type of person we are. We're fully aware of that. We know what the things we've done in the past, good or bad, and those things that help us that we like, okay, I'm fine with what I did, and I'm fine with moving forward. And then this third thing, like I say, let's just plan out what we want to do. Is those things that made me happy, those things that made me feel good about myself, those things that can make me get to where I want to be. What do I need to do? So again, those three things to help you to get to where you want to be, to possibly make you happy. Number one, do that assessment. Know what type of person you are. Okay. Number two, look at some of the things you did in the past to make you happy, or the missteps that you had. Learn from them to kind of give you a idea on the right path to go. And then number three, start writing down those plans that you need to do going forward. And I think if you kind of stick with that, you'll be on the right path with doing that. Also, I want to suggest you look at the video I made about a week ago about self-reflection. I think that gave you a lot of good ideas about what you need to do as far as looking at yourself and being honest about yourself, about some of the things that you've done in life to put you where you are in life. And that's not a bad thing, but we all need to look at what we've done. If you've been working hard and you're at a point, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you're not where you want to be, that give you a good idea of things you need to do, moving forward. Also, the show we did maybe about 2 shows ago about goal setting. I thought that was a real good show in terms of strategizing how to plan out your goals for the next year. In a brief summary, we talked about just doing a deep dive, just listing all the things you want to do. Make sure how to set goals. Make sure they were attainable and incremental, and then how to plan them out during the year. If that's a 1 week goal, 1 month goal, quarter goal, a 6 month goal, a year goal, and how to break it down on a weekly or monthly basis to reach that goal, and also measures the track in place to make sure that you're getting the way you need to be. So I think looking back at some of the previous shows and videos, that'll help you out a lot going forward. And that's pretty much what I wanted to bring up in terms of assessing. Are you really where you at, where you want to be right now? Because I know right now we're at a point everybody's finna get enthused. We finna see everybody with their New Year's resolutions. Everybody's hyped up and everything like that, want to do this and do that. But it's really just a mindset, because any shit you did on December 31st going to be totally different what you do on January 1st. So you have to be honest with yourself what type of person you are. Because if you don't be honest with yourself, instead of buckle down and make a realistic plan, you're going to do something that's going to be, probably positive for a couple weeks at most, and then you're gonna get back to normal. So yeah, I think sometimes we have to just be honest with ourselves about who we are, what we've done, and where we want to be, and then I think we can move forward from that. So again, this is Change Your Life, hosted by me, Deonte Burden. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. My company, Majestic Business Services, we're getting ready for tax season. So if you look at the video will be posted probably the next hour or so, or even some of the other videos. You can have the link. I think it's D Burden Consulting. If you hit it, our company, Majestic Business Services, you can hit on the calendar, book your appointments. You also feel free to call the offices tomorrow. Nobody's there tonight. 678-479-4007. And you also go on the website. You can book an appointment on the website. We have the calendars and schedules and everything on the website. We're at www.majesticbiz.com. That's majesticbiz.com. Feel free to look at all the information we have there. But you also have the calendars where you can book an appointment on the website. So you can do that. We have the consultations where you can book that. And you also scroll down. You see the tax prep calendar. Book an appointment. Lock yourself in. Again, January 2nd, we're going to have everything lock, cock, ready to rock. And just need to bring your ID, W-2, and Social Security numbers. We'll get you squared away. We're doing all the fast cash advance. We've been in business. It'll be this about 18th year in business, so I got a world experience with individuals, businesses, all kind of different industries. We'll be able to get you squared away, and I appreciate any consideration we'll get with that. We're going to fast forward to our finance tip this week. I don't think I gave you one last week. We're going to talk about something called a break-even analysis. Break-even analysis. Now, the break-even analysis is something that pretty much anybody that goes in business, need to do.
Okay.
And most folks never, ever do it.
Okay.
And the example I'm going to give, kind of like because I've been a salon owner for 11 years, and this is one of the protocols we do with when you want to acquire a salon, start a salon, or a barber shop, and everything like that. And I'm gonna give a brief general explanation on it, but believe you me, this is probably the number one thing you should do before you even think about opening this salon. That I would say 90% of the salon owners or business or even business owners period don't do. So with the break-even analysis, the equation is break-even equals fixed costs divided by the revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is a lot of time when I say fixed costs, we might just say your rent is $1,000. We'll just keep it simple. And they just say in your salon, y'all might gotta help me out. I ain't got no calculator now, Bobby.
Water bill in the salon gonna run you about $300-400 a month.
$300-400.
Light bill, $400-500 a month.
There you go.
Gas bill, if you have gas, depending on the salon, for hot water, for cleaning, washing hair, what, $100-200 a month.
Got you.
And insurance, isn't that a fixed cost too?
Fixed cost too, and that's variable. All that stuff gonna come in every month, no matter if you got all your chairs full or not, no matter whatsoever. Okay, so we had a rent for $1,000. We just did water, light, gas, insurance. We ain't gonna put in cable yet. We're just gonna make it easy for you.
You're watching regular TV.
And we done ran the bill up to $2,000 a month. So we know going in the door, we gotta have $2,000. Okay. So listen, before we start, I know everybody, church folks and stuff like that, but this ain't the kind of stuff we're gonna pray on. We need to know these numbers for sure. Okay. We need to know these numbers for sure. Because one thing we know is true, and that's math and numbers. Okay. All right. So let's say in a shop, shop you can have 5 chairs. Okay. So at 5 chairs, and you're only gonna have 100. What I always say, if you got 5 chairs in your shop, you don't forecast with having 5 chairs. And say you have getting $100 a week, $100 per chair, potential to make $500. But I tell people, you never forecast on a full shop. Mm-hmm. Let's do 3, and I always tell people that because stuff happens.
6%.
There you go. So we up there. We said we got 3 chairs in the shop right now. And we forecast we're getting $300 a week, $1,200 a month, right? So we already know right then and there, this ain't gonna work. We $800 in the hole. Now, this is the conversation that I've had with many, many, many entrepreneurs over the years. No matter how I can sit here and write it, no. they still start and they do it. And they find every damn reason in the world why the business defaulted. Black folk won't support me. This, that, and that, the economy. That goddamn Trump.
I don't mean to laugh. That first one is get you every time.
Man.
Yeah. My people don't want to come to. They'll go everywhere else, but they won't come here.
Man. And no matter, and this is what I always tell people. Part of that front end analysis. What I try to tell my clients to do. That break even analysis. And like I just said, we just on its easiest term, that's $1,200 you got potential to make a month. And if you know your expenses is gonna be $2,000, that's $800 damn dollars in the hole. It's no reason in the hell you still gonna do it.
Right.
But believe you me, what's finna happen probably in the next 60, maybe 90 days, when these refund checks come in and people ready to start, so many people gonna get started. And by June or July, their ass is closed. Mm-hmm. And then I be in a situation I can go buy some more salon equipment at a discount. Because folks just liquidating like crazy. Not trying to take advantage of nobody, but it happens too much. And you tell people that all the time. And we're talking about a salon or a barbershop. It can easily be what we talked about last week, chicken, which is a whole, restaurants is a whole different science when we start talking about food, health inspections, the price per meal that you're supposed to generate, how much each order of food is supposed to generate, and you still talking about fixed costs. Then you got a variable of employees coming up. I mean, that's the whole science. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're not familiar with that, that's why you gotta, we talked about a show a couple weeks ago. We give a lot of good information on this show. A lot of good information. We talked about a couple weeks ago about seeking good counsel. That's why you get those lawyers. That's why you get them smart accountants like me. That's why you get those architects and insurance guys to kind of hedge that risk and equip you with good information. And it's not to sit here and looking at like, well, I ain't got money to pay them and they cost too much and they be wanting this, that, and that. It's not that you can't afford. It's not that you cannot afford them. You can't afford not to get them. Because like I said then and I say now, when most of the time when people come to me, you come to me when you're in such a damn hole, I got to charge you more money to get you out of this hole. And you're so stuck in why I got to do this, why I got to do that. Get it done on the front end.
And that's what we was talking about earlier. Everybody rushing to the finish.
That's it.
When they start a business, they don't see the beginning and the middle. All they see is the end and the glory that comes with having a successful business. But it's all that crap in the middle you got to deal with. It's the middle that's the problem. It's not the end. It's fine. If you can make it to the finish, that's great. But what about this middle right here? What about this middle that you haven't dealt with at all?
Well, what I tell you, when you start a business, you got to be mentally prepared to go to war. Mm-hmm. You got to be mentally prepared to go to war. And 20 like I'm thinking about my crazy ass. I gotta say I work 20 hours a week, 20 hours a day to not work 40 hours a week. Right. And your mindset gotta be that. You gotta be sitting there, and when you're doing that, I'm not tripping. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I be like, man, damn, you working all the time. I ain't wired like that. I know what I'm trying to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really doing anything that's painful to me where I'm dreading doing it. Enthusiasm and knowing what I'm trying to accomplish and looking at the big picture, which is something a year or two down the road, I'm moving on that. And I can do that with enthusiasm without getting tired. But if you're not mentally prepared to go through that, business might not be the best thing for you. Exactly. You
got to be able I always say to myself every day, I get off of work to go to work. Because, and I don't consider this to be work, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But you got to be prepared to do whatever's necessary to make your business succeed. And even if that means working for somebody else until your business starts succeeding, you got to be prepared to do that. Most people start business and they think, I'm going to quit today. And like we talked about on a couple of shows ago when you said, man, it took me a year to decide that I was going to quit my job while I was establishing this business. And people don't realize that you have to be willing to work and then get off work and go to work. You get what I'm saying? In order to make your business succeed, you got to be able to do whatever you want. You have to do to make your business. If that's researching, looking up stuff, figuring out stuff, networking, talking to folks. Because I always say, the minute I think I know everything is the minute my business starts to fail. Because you get what I'm saying? I'm not seeking counsel like you just said. I'm not seeking counsel. And people need to seek counsel on these things when they start in business because it's nothing to play with. You can be in a world of trouble before you know it.
Absolutely. Again, people, everybody wants to be successful and everybody want to be happy, but you got to be realistic about what you're trying to do. And like I say, Rome wasn't built in one day, and we know how magnificent the city Rome was, and people just want those cash 3 fixes. It ain't gonna be that simple. It's not, and everything. But with the information we gave, again, we just went over the break-even analysis. Again, that's one of those front-even analysis we talk about in business. Again, that equation is break-even equals fixed cost divided by revenue. If you're serious about starting a business, and what I just said is Chinese to you, please look. I'm in business right now, but also I want everybody to be successful. To see, please book an appointment. Go to my website, look at the calendar, book an appointment, and listen. If anything I want to do, I want to see everybody having a viable, successful business. So please go to the website, scroll down, you'll see where it has a schedule, book an appointment button. Hit on it, book you an appointment. We'll get you squared away. Okay, so again, I don't want people still keep continuously walking through the woods, and everything, and not having enough information about what to do, and going back with those same excuses that we just talked about of not having support and everything. No, you just had somebody that was in leadership that didn't want to be accountable and make those decisions to make sure that they're going to have a successful business. So please make sure you go to my website and book an appointment. I'll go through all the analysis, draft a blueprint. We're a one-stop shop for small businesses, bookkeeping, tax prep, payroll. We do it all for you. And most important, we care a lot about you being successful. You don't be in business 18 years with blowing smoke up people's tails or making fairy tales. I got a solid track record that I'm very confident I stand on as far as, helping people and make sure people be successful. Again, it's Changing Lives, hosted by me, Deonte Burden. Please go to the channel, like, share, and subscribe and everything. And we're kind of winding to that.
I got one quick question.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, you good. What's going on?
On the fixed costs, should we also put in there maybe 3 or 4 months without having any customers, without making any revenue? Would that be part of the fixed cost? You still got to analyze that fact that you're just opening, you're not established yet, so you may not have any customers come in, but you still got to get that $2,000 a month. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that, but preliminary wise, to be totally honest with you, when you do it without even, just say you don't even put in that forecast in 3 months, that'll give you an equation right then and there if you even want to start it.
Or exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just say start it. And that wipes out half of people's business. And see, here's the thing about it. If you're a true entrepreneur and you truly want to get your business, you're not going to sit here and say, well, Deonte, you know what the hell you talking about, and I'm just going to go and we're going to do this shit anyway. No, you're not going to do that. If you're a true entrepreneur, what you're going to do? You're going to go back to the lab and say, look, well, let me try to find somewhere maybe a little more affordable. Let me call around and get maybe some, because you still need your insurance. You still going to have the utilities and everything. Just speaking to me personally, like Lab said, it wasn't a year. I spent a year and a half trimming fat, going back to vendors, getting this cut in half, going back to people, making sure that, hey, I can try to sustain myself for a whole year without money coming in and everything. Knowing I'm have money coming in, but just doing that. But if you do that break-even analysis on the front end, that's usually a quick barometer to let you know if this even viable. This is even a viable conversation. So that's one of the things, you just to do that. And then once we get that, say, okay, we've confirmed that it's possibly viable, then we can do some of those other projections. We can put in more numbers because, again, we just said probably 4 or 5 different costs. It's actually going to be more than that, right? But that's that quick barometer to let you know this is even a viable conversation, okay? And everything and stuff like that. But that's why you got to book an appointment. Go to the website, www.majesticbiz.com, and scroll down. You see the schedule, book an appointment, and we'll be able to go over everything with you. We're getting ready to that last little rundown of the show. And closing out 2018, I just want to kind of bring everybody think about myself with this year. I looked at my goal calendar for 2018. Out of 20-some goals, I think I made about 15 of them, and I'm real proud of myself with doing it. And I was able to do it off of the strategy that I gave everybody, making everything incremental and attainable. It was extremely hard, and I'm very proud of myself for doing it. But it's been a great year, and I want to tell you, Lab, I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, that's always it's my pleasure. It's always our pleasure because I'm taking in all this information. I'm taking in all this good information.
Cool, man. Cool.
2019 gonna be even better because I'm learning as we go.
Absolutely.
I'm learning. I'm researching, exploring, see where we can be, where we need to be, where we need to go, how we gonna get there.
Absolutely.
2019 gonna be big.
Absolutely. I had one of my friend of mine just chimed in, and he was just talking about as far as the break-even analysis. He had a good point. He said, you know, as far as the break-even analysis, if fixed costs don't matter if you have no revenue coming in. That's a good point, Dominique.
That's good.
If that money coming in. But again, like I said, that's just a quick analysis to know if you get started. But winding down the show, I want to drop something on everybody in regards to entering into 2019 with a proper mindset. I'm a big Discovery Channel, History Channel nerd. We're looking at it and everything, and I kind of want to. It was something I was looking at, just looking at. It was a video they were showing us the African Sahara, and just looking at the animals going into, going across the jungle, well, the grassland, right? Not the jungle, the grassland, and I thought about something. When you look at what's the biggest damn animal walking around, the damn African elephant.
Yeah.
Walking around, biggest damn thing in the world. I mean, probably biggest mammal outside of whale, land mammal walking around. And the elephant is going around, but the elephant is never considered the king of the jungle. And you wonder why the biggest damn thing walking around is not necessarily the king. And this is something for everybody to kind of look forward to or kind of apply to yourself going into 2019. When you think of the king of the jungle, we know the king of the jungle is the lion. So why is the lion considered the king of the jungle? And he's considerably smaller than the giraffe, probably some of them damn gorillas walking around, the rhinoceros, hippos, and all that. Why is the lion considered the king of the jungle? Why is the lion, this damn kitty cat, walking around so dominant, so aggressive, don't give a damn, never backing up? Why? It's mindset. Because the elephant walks around and just see lion, they see trees, they see whatever. The lion see lunch. They see prey. And it's all about perspective. You see, when you just living your life and you just see just work and, doing this and doing that, and you don't have the perspective of, I got to get this. This is mine. You can't stop me from that. And that's how the lion thinks. Exactly. The elephant looks for food. The elephant looks for opportunities. They looking for whatever, and they walking around. And pretty much just like most of the damn animals in the jungle. Lion don't see that shit. Lion see lunch.
He makes opportunities.
Yeah. I don't give a damn. No. You know where in the hell. It has nothing to do with size. And like I said again, considerably smaller than all these other animals. But it's just mindset. So going into 2019, I really want everybody to be focused on, don't sit down and wait for opportunities to come to you. See, it's one thing, everybody sit here, I see a lot of the memes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. But you did that same shit in 2017, 16, 15, 14. That talk don't do shit. It don't do nothing. And understand that, and this is the truth, nobody is smarter than you. Nobody in this world is smarter than you. And you got some exceptions to the damn rule. You got these little walking calculators and everything like that. But generally, something they strong at, something something that they're weak at, you're very strong at. So that just everything balances out in life. But a lot of times, just come down to that shit they did and you didn't do it. And don't use excuses. I ain't got no car. I got to eat kids. I'm sick and all that. Damn that shit. What's that guy who just passed with Stephen Hawkins?
Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah. I mean, just to be couldn't move or do nothing like that. To be that brilliant of a mind, you can do anything you want. And you look at what Steve Jobs has been dying for the damn past 2 or 3 years to still be that innovative and head a major corporation. Probably, what most people probably been bedridden And you seen how he changed over the years. He still was just as aggressive, whatever, to make Apple successful. And you see what the hell Apple doing now since that man been gone and everything. You have the keys to the car. You got to decide if you're gonna be this big ass elephant where everybody see you, but you ain't doing shit, or you gonna be this mean ass lion and take them opportunities for yourself. You got to sit here and say, am I going to create everything that I want to create? Don't be talking about it. Don't be walking around waiting. Don't be the damn elephant. Don't be big and just walking around. No, because you don't get shit accomplished. You're going to be doing the same shit December 31st, 2019 that you doing this year.
I always say, Deonte, don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying.
Hey. And if you see that, you see Lab just dropped that dope. That was one of my videos a while back. Hey, don't be scared of not doing it. Be more scared of not doing it. Right. And that's the thing. When you that fear of missing opportunities it weighs on you so much. And you see that a lot, especially with a lot of older people. They always just sitting there like, damn, I wish I had to do this. And damn, I wish I had to do that. And you can see it's an actual genuine pain on their face. They didn't take more chances. They didn't take more risks. And like, you learn that in that one thing that pushed us in grad school. Time is the new currency.
That's right.
Shit, you can't.
They told me that in grad school when I was in my MBA. Just what you gonna say out there? They told me that in grad school too. Hey,
I guess we pay attention to that part of school.
Yeah.
Shout out to them MBA classes.
That's right.
But that's one thing about it. You can't get time back. You can't. You can get money back. You can get people back. You can get a couple other things. But you damn sure can get time back.
Right.
Okay, so January 1st, 2019 gonna come once and once alone, and all 365 days of the year gonna be the same way. And you got to maximize the opportunities you have there, and don't sit there and put off something in January that you think you can try to do in March, because March ain't promised to you. Okay, March ain't promised to you. The next minute, next hour ain't promised to you. So stop putting stuff off. Realistically plan and put into action everything you want to do in 2019. Look at those videos I put out as far as goal setting, doing those reflections, those self-assessments. I got some good information out there for you. Hey, if you look at the videos, you don't see any, you kind of still kind of cloudy, book an appointment. I'll sit there and go over everything with you and stuff like that. Listen, I love helping people. That's why, like we just talked a little while ago, I can do this shit all day and night, run my mouth, and I love doing this. So please reach out, because, again, I have a very big passion of everybody being successful and everybody being happy. So listen. Again, I want everybody to have a happy new year. Make 2019 your best. Again, I appreciate all the love and support I got, over the months and stuff like that. Been a big year, very scary year. I left corporate America. I kept saying 15 years. I had been in there 20 years because I was at the railroad and all that other, so it was a monumental step for me. So I'm super proud of what I did in 2019, but more so excited. 2018, what I did. But I'm more excited about what I'm doing in 2019, and I want everybody to share that same enthusiasm and passion going forward. So, again, you guys have a safe and happy new year, and I'll see you guys in 2019. Love you guys. Take care.